You've been taught that manifestation is about moving forward from where you are now to where you want to be. You visualize, affirm, take action, and assume the universe is using your effort as a GPS toward your dream life. But that's the illusion. The quantum field doesn't operate on forward motion. It operates on backward recognition. Your future isn't ahead of you. It's already here, vibrating in the field, waiting for your internal state to match its frequency so it can collapse into your present. While you strain to reach it, the universe is scanning backward, reading your emotional history, your nervous system's baseline, the patterns your body has memorized as truth. And what it finds becomes your reality. You're not manifesting what you want. You're manifesting what your system already knows. The field isn't cruel, it's precise. It mirrors the signal with the strongest coherence, the one most familiar, most emotionally charged. And for most, that signal isn't hope, it's history. Think of standing before a mirror, willing your reflection to change. No matter how hard you stare or wish, the image won't shift until you change. Manifestation works the same way. Your outer reality isn't shaped by your goals or desires. It's shaped by the silent broadcast your body emits beneath awareness. If your emotional body, beliefs and nervous system are still rooted in past experiences, your future is just a rerun. Time feels linear, but energetically, you're looping. Your conscious mind dreams of tomorrow while your frequency replays yesterday. And the universe responds to that frequency, not your intentions. Quantum physics confirms this. In the double-slit experiment, particles don't decide their behavior before being observed. The observer's state determines the outcome. The effect precedes the cause. Reality doesn't unfold from effort. It collapses from the observer's internal frequency. So your dream life isn't out there waiting. It exists now as a frequency in the quantum field. The only question is, can your body tune into it? Or is it still locked into the channel of your past? Phrases like, "I'm working toward my goals," sound empowering, but they trap you. They assume your desired life is distant, external, future-based. But if infinite versions of you already exist across probability fields, then the you living your ideal life isn't coming. It's already there. You just need to resonate with that version. Manifestation doesn't happen when you arrive somewhere. It happens when your present frequency recognizes and locks with the frequency of your desired timeline. That match occurs through embodiment, not effort. Here's the real paradox. Your future doesn't materialize because of your actions. Your actions emerge because you've already tuned into that future. That's why some people see massive results with little effort. They're broadcasting from the destination, not chasing it. The universe doesn't measure hustle. It reflects coherence. Ancient wisdom and modern science agree. Neville Goddard said your assumption, your felt sense of already being, is what creates reality. Dr. Joe Dispenza shows you must biologically live the emotion of your future now. Quantum physics proves the observer collapses the wave function, not hope, not willpower, but state. Manifestation works in reverse. Your internal landscape doesn't follow your timeline, it creates it. You don't build the future by moving, you build it by being. When this clicks, you stop chasing outcomes and start questioning your inner broadcast. You stop asking, "How do I get there?" and start asking, "Who am I being right now?" You realize manifestation isn't a path, it's a mirror. And the reflection only changes when the source changes. The quantum field is neutral. It doesn't care about your dreams or your struggles. It only reflects the clearest signal you're sending. And if that signal is rooted in your past, your future will echo it, no matter how grand your visions are. That's why so many people visualize abundance, but keep experiencing lack. Their conscious mind points forward, but their unconscious frequency points backward. And the field always follows frequency, not fantasy. Think of those moments you declared, "I'm ready for change," yet your body tensed. Maybe your breath got shallow when imagining success. That tension, that's your real broadcast. The universe picks up that contraction long before it hears your affirmations. Not because your desires are weak, but because your emotional foundation hasn't shifted. You're trying to manifest a new timeline while still transmitting an old frequency. When this truth lands, you stop blaming yourself. You realize nothing was broken, you were just using the mechanism backward. Manifestation doesn't start with desire. It starts with internal coherence, with aligning your emotional state to the reality you say you want. And that alignment doesn't come from visualizing the future harder. It comes from releasing the emotional residue that contradicts it, the frequency of who you were, not who you're becoming. Once you stop broadcasting the past, space opens for the future, not because you built it outside, but because you cleared it inside. Most people miss this. You don't need to heal your entire past to transform. You just need to stop letting it dominate your signal. The shift happens when you become more loyal to your future self than to your old story, when that future feels more real, more familiar, more emotionally true than your history. That's when your nervous system flips. It stops equating safety with repetition and starts recognizing safety in alignment with your truth. And the quantum field responds fast, not because you forced it, but because you introduced a coherent, novel signal it can lock onto. This isn't about willpower. Your nervous system isn't resisting change out of stubbornness. It's protecting you from perceived danger. But when you introduce your future frequency gently, consistently, with enough emotional realism, your body stops seeing it as a threat. It integrates it as truth. That's why faking positivity never lasts. You're creating inner war, asking your body to trust something it has no evidence for. But when you meet yourself where you are, acknowledge the old pattern, and gradually invite in the new frequency with patience and presence, transformation becomes natural and lasting. Your nervous system needs a new emotional home, not just a new goal. When the feeling of your desired future becomes somatic, not just a thought, but a real lived sensation in your body, it stops defaulting to old identities. That's when embodiment replaces memory as your baseline. And once that new state is practiced consistently, your timeline flips. You stop manifesting from the past. You start radiating from who you're becoming. Think of identity as gravity. Wherever your sense of self lands, reality collapses around it. The old you carries the weight of history, proof, pain, patterns that pulls your focus backward. But your future self carries a different gravity, coherence, expansion, aligned truth. Even brief moments of embodying that frequency shift your orientation. And that, not effort or strategy, is what accelerates manifestation. Here's what's rarely said. Embodiment isn't mental, it's physiological. When you truly hold a future state without resistance, your brain rewires. Neurons fire in new sequences, creating memories of realities that haven't physically happened yet. Your heart rhythm sinks into coherence. Your vagus nerve signals safety, not threat. Your entire biochemistry shifts to match the new frequency. And the quantum field responds, not because you're manipulating it, but because it mirrors internal states, not wishes. But you can't fake this. If you perform positivity while your body holds tension, your nervous system detects the lie instantly. That mismatch creates friction, and friction reinforces the past by proving the new state isn't safe. Real embodiment begins with space, slowing your breath, softening your jaw, releasing the grip in your chest or belly, just enough to loosen the old pattern. In that openness, a new emotional signature can take root, not forced but welcomed. And that's when time reverses in your lived experience. You notice ease where tension lived. Clarity replaces chaos. A situation that felt impossible moments ago suddenly feels simple. These aren't coincidences. They're signs your future self is pulling you forward. Not through effort, but through resonance. Imagine standing in a river that's always flowed backward, carrying old habits, fears, inherited stories. You've been swimming upstream your whole life, exhausted. Embodiment is the moment the current reverses. You stop fighting, you float. The river now carries you toward what you used to chase. Things that felt distant start feeling inevitable. Reality rearranges before you act, because your signal changed. Opportunities appear not because you hunted them, but because your new frequency made them visible. Relationships shift because you no longer vibrate with old dynamics. Synchronicities rise because you've stabilized in a new probability stream. And here's the relief. You don't need to be high vibe 24/7. A few genuine moments of alignment, repeated with consistency, are enough. Over time, your nervous system stops using the past as its compass and starts pointing toward the version of you who already has clarity, peace, abundance, confidence. Once that compass flips, your outer world has no choice but to follow. The observer changes, the signal changes, the timeline changes. The shift starts quietly. Conversations feel different. You speak from a calmer, clearer place, noticing patterns you once missed. Tasks that used to drain you now flow with ease. Opportunities arrive without struggle. People reflect back a version of you that feels more authentic, more whole. Not the old persona you performed out of habit or fear. You're no longer pretending to be the person who lives your dream life. You're embodying them, the one who already calls that reality home. And that identity, steady and coherent, sends a signal so clear it reshapes your world without force, without manipulation. Reality begins rearranging on its own. Your energy field naturally repels what no longer matches you. Situations, people, cycles that once felt inescapable simply fade. Why? Because the inner structure that held them dissolved. In its place, a new architecture built on a different frequency. When you shift at the level of who you are, not what you do, you shift the probabilities available to you. The quantum field stops offering timelines based on your past and starts aligning you with those that match your new emotional baseline. This isn't luck, it's physics. A coherent signal creates a coherent environment. You feel it in your body, calmness, settledness, a soft expansion in your chest. Clarity arrives without mental strain. You move from a deeper intelligence, beyond thought or reaction, guided by an inner knowing that needs no second guessing. At this point, your future self isn't a goal. It's your operating system. You don't try to act like them. Their choices, responses, and energy emerge naturally because that identity now feels more real than your history. And reality responds with precision. Doors you never saw become visible. People appear exactly when your frequency aligns with what they carry. Synchronicities unfold with elegant timing, as if life itself is collaborating with your transformation. Not because the universe suddenly likes you, but because you've become someone it can accurately reflect. What surprises most? The effortlessness. Not laziness, but action born from resonance, not resistance. You're no longer pushing against walls. You're walking a path that's already opening, guided by a current greater than personal will. Here's the deepest truth. The identity is the manifestation. The money, love, success, they're not the prize. They're echoes of who you've become. Once the future pulls you instead of you chasing it, the focus shifts from outcomes to stabilizing the self that naturally lives them. If these words resonate, if something in you is shifting right now, you're already updating your signal. The old frequency is releasing. The new identity is solidifying. Your future is already reaching for you. This is your moment to reach back. And if you've ever wondered who's really doing the observing beyond the noise of your mind, you're about to discover something that changes everything. You're not the voice in your head, you're the field itself. And from that place, you don't control reality, you dream it.